Coming up on the Get Loud podcast, training camp's on the way, so we're making it extra special, at least for me.
Yeah.
Got Sean Springs here.
But he's not the best DB we're going to have on the show today. Trey Amos is.
Oh, even got Vernon Davis on the show.
VD.
We'll sprinkle on a great veteran, and we'll talk about list season. You hate list season.
Yeah, I do. They're terrible.
How you doing, everyone? It is a Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Look at this.
Yes.
Sean Springs, Fred Smoot. I'm Michael Jenkins. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm with the professionals, man.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? I'm with my guys,
We
man.
used to this setup. He was the left corner. I was the right corner.
Yeah.
We used to this setup. You the
Yeah.
safety jinx. You're going to keep everything in order.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
I'm going to have to lean on you guys a little bit.
I'm say you're more of Reed Dowdy, though. You're more Reed Dowdy.
Lucky to be on the field. Before we get started, you got to vote for us. If you love the pod, go to podcastawards.com.
Yeah.
Nominate the pod. We're up for best sports podcast
and comedy.
And comedy podcast.
Yeah, we
too.
make you laugh while we entertain you and give you knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys kind of like I found a niche, sports comedy.
Yeah.
Anybody else like that?
It's a couple people that try.
Yeah.
Me and G's kind of like the odd couple. We
Yeah.
kind of like, Ricky Bobby. Like, we're different than most everybody, Like,
Yeah.
and people look at us and, like, they'll be like, I'm Micah Jenkins. I'm a Jenkins boy. And he Frederick Smoot. Like, they would think
Yeah,
that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Smooth got a little French with it. Smootherick.
Yeah.
Smootherick. Yeah.
Smootherick.
Also,
We used to call
look,
him
we woke up this morning.
Smoothers.
Same shirt almost.
I woke up this morning and I said, I'm going to dress like my co-host, Micah Jenkins. So guess what I said? I'm going to put on this shirt, and guess what he wore? I didn't call him.
No.
He wore this. I knew he was going to have on some khakis. I wore some golf shorts. The only thing that I don't got that he got is the pair of white legs.
I know. I'm getting whiter.
You all right. I know. You're white tomorrow, though. Just stand out and say, you be all right. You be all right.
So here we are. We got training camp. What are some of the things, I mean, you guys have the expert eyes. You've been there. What are some of the things that you're seeing out there?
Well, day two, first day is, get the jitters out. Day two, the excitement's still there. But I don't think it's fabricated excitement. I think it's like these guys playing at hour 15 minutes yesterday. Today was pretty short. These guys playing at a high level. You know what I saw today? I saw a defense that was making a quarterback come off the first read, flying around.
Yeah.
And some studs out there on both sides of the ball, man.
Sean, do you get jealous like I do now, watching these guys go through tour days and they don't even practice 2 times a day anymore?
What?
Like, how long could you have played in this era of not as rough football and not hard as practice?
Well, I pride myself being the guy who ushered in this era. Because Smoot will tell you, he wasn't going to get 2 practices out of me.
No.
In 2
He
days
is
in
the
a row
reason.
Anyway.
He is the reason.
These guys practiced the way like this because I wasn't going to practice 4 times straight. It wasn't going to happen.
No.
Hey, man, something mysterious came up.
He's not lying. I can give you this. If anybody ever said, you know what, I'm going to dictate on how I take care of my body, it was Sean. Because he would do it at just the oddest times. Like, we'll be in the meeting. He very studious.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with him. He not hurt. Next you know, we come out to practice, he got on sweats. Like what are you doing?
Hey, I'm ahead of my time. Not gonna.
You're like, it's going to be like this one day.
And Smoot will tell you, talking about that, Coach Gibbs, man, he didn't believe in, he didn't think there was any problem with time. Like, a practice is supposed to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
3 hours.
It could be 3.5 hours, 4 hours, and Coach Gibbs act like that was nothing wrong
And he's still
with that.
pushing us to the core. Like, he challenging us.
Did he ever take the heat into account?
Listen, one day,
That's football weather.
No, this is what he called Washington weather.
That's Washington
Oh,
weather.
okay.
I remember one day we coming out, and the players try to get me to go talk to Coach before, because they know me and Coach Gibb pretty tight. And they like, man, it's going to rain, man. We might not even be going out there. So I go talk to Coach, and Coach like, nah, Smoot, this Washington weather, baby. So we get out there. We get out there, and we're stretching. When we stretch, I walk around. It started to pour. Then that lightning hit. Bam. Once the lightning hit, we don't have to ask Coach. Everybody just runs up.
Run in.
So I won the coach while we running up, and I just look at him like, It took Jesus to throw lightning for you to ease up on us. Like, listen, Coach Gibb, as nice as he is, very demanding now.
Oh yeah,
very demanding.
And you see that in the practice with Dan. DPQ and the roster that Adam and the organization has built, man, this can be so competitive and demanding, man.
Yeah.
I love to see that.
Yeah.
Because iron sharpens iron.
But we always start off defensively faster than the offense at this time of year. My birthday brother and Quan Martin got a pick in the red zone today, and I thought it was very intelligent. The first 2 days, they have majored in red zone. They're not pushing the field because they understand that that's where the soft tissue injuries happen. very quickly if we just throw them right into the fire.
Right.
He's building them up, and I think that's very, very smart. But once that offense timing comes around, maybe day 5, day 6, now everything will be on even playing ground.
Yep.
So you just mentioned Quan Martin, and you said before we went on the air, and we're going to talk to Trey Amos coming up later on the show.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Vernon Davis as well. You said Trey looks nice.
Well, we judge corners by, a lot of times when you're a rookie, the game move fast.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him, and he's getting in his stance, and he's so comfortable. He's under control. It's smooth to tell you. A lot of young corners all over the place, jittery.
Yeah.
Man, this guy looked like he's been playing corner for like 20 years, man.
Yeah.
Maybe got that Trey Amos, one of them old names or something.
Yeah.
But no, seriously.
That's old school.
He was like a veteran, man. He kick, step, slide, good position. He looks like a guy like, he can be all pro in a couple years. Like,
So do you think for 2 years in a row, they did hit on me in the second round. I hate to toot my own horn. Toot. All right, check this out. Do you think 2 years in a row, we got Mikey Sanders still in the second round last year.
Yep.
This year we got Trey Amos. Do you think 2 years in a row we hit on the corners of the future for this team?
I think we got some guys who not only the corners of the future for this organization, but they got some guys that
could be Pro Bowlers.
Like Pro Bowlers and like perennial All-Pro. We saw and Smooth, we talked about it even last year on the podcast that Mikey, we saw him at the beginning of the year, and he was good solid against Mike Evans. He was challenging guys. Then week 5, week 6, we noticed like, man, this boy getting better. This boy
real
getting
good,
really good.
real quick.
We were like, hey, he moved inside, then he moved outside, and we was like, man, this boy. We saw him in the Philly game right, before the playoffs. We was like, man, this kid is challenging everybody, right? Then we get in the playoff game against Detroit. He gets 2 picks. So we talked about it all year. Like, usually rookies or people get better the second year. All the talk has been around Jaden.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, man, this kid is, by the end of the year, he was one of the best corners in the league.
Yes, he was.
So, and I feel that Amos is the same way. He is, man, this kid, we got a bona fide starter and, playing on the opposite side of Lattimore.
Yeah.
Lattimore earns our respect, but Lattimore might be getting more balls if that kid keep playing.
No. That's the whole thing about corners. Like, to really say you got the pedigree of a great corner, if you're playing opposite of a great corner, you don't answer that question until you make them throw back at the great corner.
Yeah, that's right.
So it always helps the secondary when you get great pressure up front.
Yeah.
And we've asked, we're going to talk with Vernon Davis about Von Miller.
Yeah.
But we haven't asked your opinion. What do you think he can add to this team? Been around a long time, but certainly in big spots, he could come up huge.
Well, first of all, for a guy like Von to choose this organization where he could have went anywhere, not even came to training camp.
It feels good to be the ring-chasing team, right?
Yeah,
we the ring-chasing team.
He's a ring-chasing team. So for the fact that Von decided that, you know what, I'm going to show up to camp, I'm going to come to Washington, he sees something in this organization. And obviously he has a relationship with Adam. Adam drafted him, so he has a relationship with him. But what I saw is a guy show up first day at training camp, knowing that DQ and everybody's going to take care of him. But he showed. Like, he still got it. He got great first step, great hands. He did all the drills.
He had the quickest get off in the NFL last year as a 35-year-old. They clocked him at 1.5 seconds, which was the highest of any defensive rusher. So,
and I think what's overlooked with Von is because he's so athletic, people don't talk about it. His footwork and technique is amazing.
Yeah.
He got straight arm.
Yeah.
He got spin move. He got speed to power.
He got counters.
And I think, and Smoot can probably talk to you, but as you get later in your career, you know that your role changes, right? I don't have to be the guy on first 3 downs.
I don't need to be there.
I don't need to be that superstar.
Yeah.
I don't have to have 15 sacks.
Yeah.
But I do need to have. I might need to have 6 in big moments.
Yeah.
Right. So he knows that when playoffs hits or the big games, who's going to be that guy you can count on to step up and say, you know what, I might need to make a play.
Yeah.
He's been doing it.
He's to me, the value he's going to bring to this defense is similar to what JD5 does on offense, being a force multiplier.
Yep.
Like, his presence alone is going to unlock everybody else on the defensive front. Because when that offense comes to the line, they're going to be like, fine 24. We need to know where the pass rush is coming from. That allows Frankie Louvu on the backside to get going.
Yeah.
That allows,
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Now Frankie
that
and
allows Jazon Newton, the run Payne in the inside, Kinlaw to get 101s. He unlocks everybody on the front. So if you look at it, I think he has the ability, Von Miller has the ability to go +2 on everybody else on the front. So if they was going to have 4 sacks, now he just turned it into 6 sacks.
Yeah.
I think that changes everything. And we got so big with big bodies like Dietrich Wise, Kinlaw. We learned from last year getting pushed around on first down. Let's win first down and earn the right to pass rush on third down.
Yep.
So that's what Von Miller is going to bring to this team. But that's why we got reinforcements in what I feel like is the most crowded room. If I start to go through these names.
Go through them.
You got Lawrence. You got
Farrell.
You got who?
Farrell.
You got Cleveland Farrell. You got Dietrich Wise.
Holmes.
You got
Payne.
like Payne. You got so many guys in this front. That's going to be the difference in this team. I think the NFC Championship game taught us we got to get bigger, we got to get stronger, and that's what we did.
And I think to Smoot's point, they all looked the part. Now, it's one thing when you look at a team like this guy's a little shorter, this guy a little thicker, man, all these guys look like, hey, man, it's going to
I don't know who getting out the bus first.
Right. They all look the part.
Y'all don't think we do that as football players. We send the big boys out the bus first. It's intimidation
Just
factor.
to let them know.
Yeah, like, I'm like the little chihuahua. I'm out there, yeah.
But you're hiding behind the bulldog.
Yeah, I hide behind the cane Corso. You know what I'm saying? While I'm yapping.
Right. So there's depth on the defensive line. I know that was kind of an issue coming in, but now there's a lot of guys who could rotate in.
We're going to have to cut some good players.
Yeah. How much will that help this team late? Because that was an issue last year, which is they would get some pressure but had a hard time doing it late in the third or in the fourth quarter.
Well, here go the thing about it.
Okay.
We was getting pressure blitzing Frankie Louvu.
Yep.
Now, Frankie Louvu going to be playing off the edge naturally.
Okay.
Yep.
So can we do what Philadelphia did and get pressure with 4?
Because if you can do that.
If you can get pressure with 4, it allows you to drop people into coverage and play different coverages. That allows you to stop some of these great quarterbacks.
And another thing you got to think about, pressure and coverage goes together. So when you upgrade the back end and guys that first break, they stick you on the first break and make the quarterback hold it just a second longer. Man, and we did that. We got bigger up front, and we got more athletic in the back end, faster in the back end. So you're big and you're fast. That makes and guys and Smooth. Talk about the versatility.
Yeah,
like we got guys like Jonathan Jones, who can play
inside, outside, left corner, right corner,
play man, play zone.
Yeah,
Harris from the Saints.
Will Harris could play free safety, strong safety, nickel, everything. Yeah.
So when you have Mikey can play inside, outside.
Yeah.
So when you have that type of versatility and depth, man, you got a powerful combination.
So Smoot hates lists.
I hate rankings.
So of course
they never rank.
So of course Anna put one in here for us.
Yeah.
Fred hates lists.
No,
that's what it says right here.
I hate them because I'm gonna tell you when lists come out.
Okay.
When there's no sports going on, when there's no football going on,
it's list season.
Everybody drop lists.
Yes.
Like nobody knows what they talking about. Most of them never played sports, and you gonna tell me this guy better than this guy, and you ain't watched no film? All you did was look at numbers. My numbers might be different than his because I play mostly man to man. He plays zone all the time. So
I was always top of the list, so it didn't bother me.
You didn't need to look.
I didn't
You're
look.
like number one.
I'm number one. Number one and number two. Keep going. Keep going. So,
sorry about that.
He ain't
Go ahead, Smooth.
No, I'm just saying, most of the times they are irrelevant. Like when they come out with the top 100 players, I'd be looking at the list like, really? All right? Because every year, if you want to, just put Patrick Mahomes at number 1.
Right.
Like, if that's what you want to do.
Not necessarily. It could be an argument.
That don't mean your argument right. Like, don't come telling me I'm going to put Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen in front of Patrick Mahomes when he just continuously goes to the Super Bowl. Like, no, they're not better than him because they can't beat him.
But Michael Parsons could arguably be the best player in the NFL.
But his value is not like the value of a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's true.
It's not.
Is it going by the value? Or is it going about like
that's what make the list all BS.
Okay.
Like just did it.
Right.
Because there's no value scale.
Right.
Like, it's no value scale. And like this, if you say tell me the top 10
not to bring up any defensive players from Dallas, but I mean the kid is unbelievable.
No, Michael Parsons is the truth. All right, but many people say Myles Garrett is better.
Yeah.
Some people say T.J. Watt off the edge a little better. Like so. To each his own.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, to each his own. Nobody's list is really correct.
He don't like lists. We get it.
Yeah. The only reason I mention this is because ESPN had a football power index list, and they listed every team's chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Eagles, number 1 at 12%.
Yep.
Chiefs at 11%.
Hold up, Jinx.
Yep.
Why would the Eagles be at 12% when it's already hard to go back-to-back to the Super Bowl. All right, you ever heard of a Super Bowl hangover?
Yes.
All right, it's already hard to do that. They lucked up in the health department last year.
That's true.
Do you think you're going to be healthy 24 months in a row? All right?
That's why it's only 12%. I think if you ask most people, they'd say it's a higher percentage. No. It's hard to do.
All right, who we got next?
Well, we got the Ravens at 4.9%, Lions at 5.8%, and Commanders at 5% chance.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's
so
actually
they got
pretty
us
good.
higher than the Lions or lower than the Lions?
Right under the Lions.
First of all, we went to Detroit, went to the Ford dealership, and kicked in every car in Detroit.
Lions
we went to Motown and threw the records on the ground.
Too. I'm not, I think we're better than the Lions. They
What
lost
about-
both coordinators, Ben Johnson
you.
and
How much is that going to – remember when the
I
Eagles
think
lost
that's-
coordinators?
I think that's going to hurt the Lions. I think that's going to hurt the
Don't
Lions.
forget Ratno, the center. He
Oh, yeah,
retired.
he retired.
All right. Aiden Hutchinson coming off an injury, a major injury. All right. Jared Goff showed you I throw a pick if you get a little pressure on me. My quarterback better than yours. Why are they ranked higher than us?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, we reinforced our offensive line. They lost their center.
Right.
All right, we're better than them on the defensive front. We're better than them on the back end. Like, who made the list?
ESPN made the list.
Thank you.
And that concludes the list portion of the Get Loud podcast.
The only list I like.
Didn't take long.
And they take lists like he don't like the list. Yeah, we
The
get
only list I like is the Smoot family cookbook that been handed down for 9 generations of Smoots. That's the only thing. If that's considered a list of recipes,
Yeah.
that's the only one I like.
It began with a warm broth in
and you got to
1540.
put an asterisk by that. Food is excellent, but your cholesterol and blood pressure go up. It'll happen.
This dude been hating on me
Anyway,
for decades.
You're right.
Decades.
You're right. Food is excellent.
Well, one guy we're not going to hate on, Trey Amos.
Yes.
Stud rookie out of Ole Miss, and he's going to join us right
Oh.
now. We finally made it to camp, and
Yeah.
already the celebs are coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about guys who people are excited about seeing, Trey Amos is definitely one of those guys.
Why not? You know what? I hate to toot my own horn. It kind of reminds me of
Took
myself.
5 seconds. It
Hey,
took
hey,
5
I'm just
seconds.
saying. I was a long corner. I like to talk a little trash. I like to have fun when I was doing. Trey, check this out. When I checked in for my first mini camp practice, when I walked in the DB room, it was Deion Sanders, Champ Bailey, and Dale Green. All right, so when I walked in, I walked right back out and say, why y'all draft me? What was this for? And they told me, come on back in here because we're going to teach you how to play the game. How did you feel when you walked in and it was Marshawn Lattimore, Mikey Sarensteele, and some of the guys you got?
Perfect
Talking to
opportunity. Oh, I feel like it was like a perfect opportunity, just to learn from them.
Yep.
And like, I just wanted to bring the best foot forward.
Yeah.
And everything will work out for itself. Just keep on level-headed and just being positive, just ready to work.
Yep.
And you know what I love, too? I mean, you were saying this before we went on, which is in any work situation, when you're new, you never know how you're going to be treated, how you're going to be accepted. And you were saying from the start, like, it's been, hey, welcome, we got you.
Right.
It's a learning process, but you're part of the team here.
Yeah, it's a real brotherhood over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So,
Because people talk brotherhood, but they don't show it all the time.
but they show it over here for sure.
Yeah.
So, all I can say, like, I appreciate that. The transition been smooth. Everything been great.
Yep.
Can't complain at all.
Well, when they talk about Coach Witt, I had to play against Coach Witt when I was playing. When he coached in Green Bay, he had Charles Woodson and Al Harris. When he coached in the Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs and the rest of those guys. Have you looked at some of those guys and say, you know what? These guys led the league in interceptions when they played in this defense.
Right.
Maybe I could do the same thing in this
Exactly.
defense.
So, like, we be watching all those guys, in film room, trying to get their technique and, just trying to, like, get 1% better every day. So, being with Coach Witt, he going to put us in, like, positions to, like, make plays, just play free.
Yeah, he's
whole
pretty
time.
much a DB-friendly defense. Like, and sometimes it's not, because my first defense with Coach Schottenheimer, they just basically put me, Champ, and Dale Green on the island and say, y'all go out there and y'all just handle that, and we're going to do the rest of what we're going to do here.
yeah.
But to play in a DB-friendly defense, especially as a rookie, I think it actually gives you a chance to ease your way into the NFL.
Yes, sir. I just have that, like, you just have to be a corner, you just have to have that dog mentality.
Yeah.
So I just keep that to a high standard, starting with a routine, knowing what you want to do, the time you do it, and, just execute. And I feel like you're going to have
Now-
career every single day.
Now, as a Mississippi State Bulldog, I gotta ask you this.
All right.
Now, my daughter, Paris Smoot, she's at Ole Miss right now.
Okay.
She's a sophomore at Ole Miss.
That's
So Ole
fine.
Miss is taking my money as we speak. All right? What made you choose, when you left Alabama,
Right.
what made you choose Ole Miss? Oh, I'm sure you had other suitors.
Right.
What made you choose Ole Miss?
Okay, so when I was in a portal the first time, Ole Miss was runner up to Bama.
All right.
So when I entered the portal the second time, I had Pete Golden, in my head, the DC, and it was just like a
Natural fit.
natural fit.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Come on, man, we need you."
Yeah, let's make
So
it happen.
I was just like, "Hey, I'm going." I already knew what I had to do, and yeah, I just trust my gut and just balled
And it
out.
worked out.
Did that help you? Because, in the old school days, and not too long ago, you might spend 3-4 years at
Right.
one school, and here you're going to big-time universities, Bama, Ole Miss. Did going to those different situations and adjusting on the fly maybe help you here a little bit because you were already having to make those adjustments in the previous couple of years?
Nah, exactly. So when I first transferred the first time to Bama, it was a great transition.
Yeah.
But everything new, new coaches, new players, you gotta get along with. But when I went to Ole Miss, I already had the idea where I had a plan on to get comfortable with the team as
Yeah.
fast as possible and just go out there just be the best I can be.
Yep.
So
We all players we either have somebody we look up to when we in high school. Like Deion Sanders was that for me. I kind of modeled everything after Deion. I wore number 21 in high school and one. I wore 2 in college. I mimic everything. Did you have a player that you I want to play like him when I get to that point? Did you have a player?
okay, growing up, I was a QB. I was a quarterback.
All right, all right.
So I wasn't really much throwing. I was just an athlete running.
Yeah.
So
But
was it Mike Vick?
It was Mike Vick, man. It was Mike Vick.
Yeah.
My
so
classmate.
playing Madden, this is I forgot which one. Was it 06, 07?
Yeah.
He was at the cover.
Yeah.
Using him, and I just brought it out to the field. Hey, just that.
And wasn't it, I don't think it was too long ago, maybe it been during minicamp where I think you were out there leading a dance, people were bouncing
Yeah.
around
Cranking
you.
the team
So
up.
you already
Yeah.
kind of have
Bring
that
that energy.
comfort with the team, which has to feel great.
I ain't gonna lie, it took a lot.
Did it?
It took a lot, yeah, because I really didn't want to do it. They pushed me in, so I was like, man, I'm not gonna kill the vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna, have fun. You only live once, so you might as well.
And they
just
responded, though.
go out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But is that a
It was
natural
fun,
thing? Because I was a natural energy bringer. They knew when I came on the field, I'm finna yap it up. I'm finna talk. Doing stretching, I never stretch. Deion told me, I ain't never seen a cheetah stretch before he go hunt. So I never stretched. I just went around and talked trash to everybody and just had fun. Have that always been a part of your game, or did you develop that?
For me, I don't really talk trash.
Yeah.
I'm really a calm, collect. I don't like to waste my energy.
I feel you.
People have different, personalities.
Personalities, yeah.
But for me, I like to consume my energy, and once I get on the field, I'm gonna just empty out the tank.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know it's early on for you, but what's been the biggest difference that you've noticed thus far? Something that maybe you didn't anticipate?
I feel like it's pretty much the same. You just have to, don't go on the field at your own speed. You gotta play at everybody's speed. Man.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes people get confused on college speed, NFL speed.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready to go right now. Once you hit the field,
Yeah.
once the play start, you gotta go fast, man. You heard me? So
Yeah.
I really know.
It's like Ricky Bobby, man. Just got to go
You
fast.
gotta go fast. That's it. That's all.
I would say the biggest difference for me was I could waste steps in college and still win. In the league, I couldn't waste those steps.
Oh.
Every step has to be calculated,
Right.
and you have to think before I make this decision on what I'm gonna do. Am I breaking on this slant? Because he might be running a sluggo. So I always said no wasted motion in the pros compared to college.
Yeah, you just have to before you line up on the line of scrimmage. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan. You gotta know what you want to do. Get the play. Look at the formation. Just understand your keys. And
You right about it being
you
more
gotta
mental.
be real focused.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not focused and you just being relaxed, that's where they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
So you gotta always be laser focused every play.
Here go a funny thing. most people don't know this. While Dion was on the team, he still wore 21. So he ended up giving me the 21. But I wore 23. I wore 23 for my first week and a half of practice. So we also got that in common.
It's real. Yeah, real.
Before we let you go, how nice is it to be? You never know who's going to draft you. And, of course, being a pro is being a pro. But this is an organization that has been on the come up real quick. And so I would imagine being part of that excitement has been a thrill.
Man, it's been great.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Like I'm so blessed. And, you know, coming where I'm from is just, like, it's an opportunity to where, like, I could take it far. And, you know, just helping the team, you know, just being a great teammate.
Yeah.
And, you know, just want to win games at the end of the day. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, Trey, we appreciate your time.
Man, thank you for stopping by. Get loud, brother. Most definitely.
Appreciate y'all.
So I know we discussed him at the beginning of the show, but listening to Trey talk, you just feel like he's already so comfortable here.
He's focused.
Yeah, he's focused, but he already feels like he's in it and this is the place for him. And that's not always the case with a rookie.
No, what I like to talk to him about was the fact that he fell in the draft like I did. And he said the same thing I said. Maybe this is where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
The only way I was going to get here was falling in the draft. So him to understand that at that age, because I locked mine in and I used it as fire.
Yeah.
That's why I came out so fiery in my first year, because I was like, I got to get my respect back. I feel like I lost some respect. I like how he has a calmness and a grownness to him.
Very professional.
Yeah.
When you were talking about grownness. And when that calmness and the personality reflects on the field and his technique and confidence, like a quiet confidence.
Yeah.
And what I saw today was a guy who was very understanding of his skill set. When he got up in front of the receivers, whoever it was, whether it was Debo or anybody else, he just was like, I got this.
He was like, do you want some peanut butter with this jam?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want some peanut butter with this jam?
Yeah, so I saw that. I saw a guy who has, you know, and when you saw him in the SEC at Ole Miss, and, you know, Ole Miss, you know, had high expectations, and obviously they didn't play well. But I think he consistently played well.
No, he played well. He showed ball skills. He showed range.
He showed everything, range, athleticism was off the chart. So he wasn't the reason why they weren't good.
No, Ole Miss just stinks.
Right. Oh, God, there goes Ole Miss. But him coming to Washington, being in a room we talked about being across from a guy like Lattimore who's a little more seasoned, been all pro, learning from him with another young guy. And Chris Smoot can tell you, another young guy like Champ Bailey and Smoot were together, so those guys are going to feed each other.
No, you get to learn from each other.
They're going to learn and feed off each other. So I just think, man, him being in that room, man, it's going to be.
You know what I just thought about, Sean?
Yeah, right.
I just thought about the last time in that DB room that they had a left corner from Ohio State and another right corner from Mississippi. We were the #1 defense in the NFL.
Yeah, pass defense.
Yeah.
And we would have been for like 3 years in a row, but Smoot decided to go get more money in Minnesota. But
I had to turn my back on everybody.
But to that point, you look at that secondary room with Harris, Quan.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what, man? I saw Noah today, and we still talking about Amos, but all those guys are competing in the back end. So maybe
Igbenogany. Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah. Noah looked good today, man, and I can't say his last name well, so I just call him
I know you just call him Noah.
No, I just call him Noah. But anyway, man, I knew Amos was fast. I did not know he was that technically sound.
Yeah.
Let's go from a rookie to a veteran of this franchise and bring in, as promised, Vernon Davis. We got all the great guests today.
Hey, listen. Hey, a Washingtonian.
Yep.
A guy that's true blue in blue when it comes to the Washington Commanders team. And that's what I got to ask you, Vernon, from the door. Is it starting to be a little nostalgic now that the team is back on fire? Is it starting to feel like the 90s again in Washington to you?
Yeah, it's starting to feel, man, it's amazing. I grew up here in Washington, D.C., and, you know, being able to play for my hometown team was amazing. But thinking back in those days and seeing what's happening right now, it's starting to feel a lot like it used to be back in the day when I was a young kid. But I love it, man. I like where we're at right now.
Yeah, how much does it mean to you that you were a part of that, too? Not necessarily what we're seeing right now, but you are a part of the history here. And people, when they say Vernon Davis, they know Maryland. They know you were part of this Washington club for a while, and they appreciate you, so I'm sure that feels good.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. It does feel good to be a part of this, man. I feel like I'm family, you know, like sitting with guys like Fred. It's just, you know, it's just the camaraderie that we have, like outside of leaving the locker room and now being in the real world and doing things after the game. I still feel like I'm a part of this thing, and that's what it's about. That's what I love about the Commanders. Everything that represents, what this is, from the fan base to the culture, just everything. I definitely feel like I'm at home.
Hey, the funny part is you went from being one of the best tight ends of my generation, of our generation, to play the game, most definitely the fastest tight end of our generation. And now you're transitioning to acting, into movies. And you know what? I will not forgive you for choking Morgan Freeman in that movie. I will not forgive you. But take us down on how your transition to acting, how it's being compared to your transition from college to pros in the league.
Yeah, no, it's definitely some a lot of similarities there when it comes to playing the game of football and jumping in the space when it comes to acting. I think those similarities are like just the preparation. You know what I mean? Like on Sundays before that game, you got to make sure you're completely prepared before you go out on Sunday, and that's what I made sure I had that preparation to a T, and now just like with acting, you had, before you step in front of that camera, you want to make sure you prepare. You got everything, your lines. You want to make sure you've done the work, and doing the work is being able to give the character its identity, from backstories to just finding your overall objectives when it comes to to the scenes and the overall story. And that's what it is. It's all about understanding how well do you understand whatever it is that you're doing. And that's what it's about.
Is it strange being a rookie again, so to speak? We're talking rookies here, where you're going into a different era, and you're like, okay, now I'm the new guy again.
I love being at a space where you're trying to figure things out, because that's the part of the journey. It's like when you're figuring things out, you can appreciate it a lot more when you get to that point where you really want to be. You know what I mean? When you achieve something, because you think back about the failures, you think about just like the ups and downs of whatever it is that you're doing, and you really appreciate it. You find like it's something there. It does something to you when you make it out of what you call, it's like it's like one of those things, man. Like when you, like in the game of football, when I'm in this space where I just can't get out, like maybe I'm dropping too many passes, or I'm not getting the blocks that I want to get. It feels the same, man. Like when in every other thing, in everything that I've done outside of the game.
Well, think about it, I got to ask you about when you play football. We practice 5 days a week, so we get the routine. We understand. In the acting field, do you ever just call the co-actor and say, let's go over these lines, or do you go over your lines with an acting coach or somebody else?
Yeah, no, you can do the same. You can do the same with your co-star. You can call up whoever you have scene work with and go over the scenes together, kind of get a feel for each other, going back and forth. Or you can work with your coach. For me, I've always had a coach, and I feel like you need that. You always need that. I mean, that's the difference between being good and being great. You always understand that there's someone out there that you can go to when you need help or you need answers.
Yep.
So we have to ask you about Von Miller. You play with Von, you know Von. What sort of player are the Commanders getting in Von, and what sort of person are they getting?
Oh man, yeah, I won Super Bowl 50 with Von Miller.
Yeah.
He was a dynamic teammate, man. He was just a great locker room guy. Not only was he a great locker room guy, but he was a true leader. He was, on the field, you knew what you were getting. His ability to get to the quarterback is unparalleled. I mean, that guy is, in my eyes, he's definitely first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. I think he's in his 14th year, I believe.
14.
And can still play the game at a high level. That's a testament to how he treated his body and just being a great teammate. Coaches and organizations, they don't want to deal with someone who's not, a great human being.
Yeah.
That's great. Devon's a great human, as well as a great football player. So what Washington was able to do with him and, acquiring him is just, man, it's going to be a great year.
All right, let's just say, I'm going to throw this out here, and I'm going to give you a time to think on this, Vernon. Let's just say I'm writing this movie, the Vernon Davis story, all right? I'm writing this movie, The King of D.C. Who plays Vernon Davis? Now, you've been around a lot of actors. You've been around them. Who would you choose if you can handpick one actor to play Vernon Davis in the Vernon Davis movie? Who would it be?
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh.
No, you can't do that. Michael B. Jordan got to play me in the Fred Smoot movie. No, it ain't Michael. Ain't Michael B. Jordan too short to play Vernon Davis?
I thought Jamie Foxx was gonna play you, man.
No, I'm more of Michael B. Jordan. Like, Michael B. Jordan too short to play you, Vernon. You're bigger.
I like how
have a
you
bigger
asked Vernon
talent.
the question. You're like, no. Nah. That's my dude.
But look, on film, you don't know that though. He looks like he can look like a giant on film.
You know what?
Everybody you cast him. You know what I'm saying?
You know who I would pick to play you? Another former athlete, Amon Shumpert. I pick Amon Shumpert to play you.
Okay, I can get with that. Yeah,
Vernon, I want to
that.
ask you another question about Von Miller here, because what will it do leadership-wise? I know you touched on that a little bit because you knew what you were getting in Von, but to have a guy like this who is a part of this franchise, especially, there's a good mix of veterans here, but some young guys too. You can learn a lot from a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You can learn a lot from a future Hall of Famer. You can learn a lot from a guy who's been playing the game for as long as he has, even if he's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, because he has experience, he has time, he put a lot of energy into his craft. So I think, not only are you getting a great football player, a great teammate, and a great locker room guy, but you're getting someone who's also a coach, a teacher.
Yeah.
He's that example of what you want to be on the field and in the locker room and in life. You know what I mean? So I like I said, I think the Washington Commanders did a great job acquiring Von Miller because they're definitely getting everything they need in the player, everything that they need in that guy, right? That is the guy. That's what you want. When you get someone that's bringing a lot to the team and a lot to the locker room, that's that guy.
Well, right now they calling us the old folks home of Ashburn. We have the oldest team in the NFL, now especially that we signed Von Miller. But are you shocked that, because you played well at a late age in your career, especially when you was here, are you shocked that Zach Ertz is still playing at such a high level as he is?
No, I'm not shocked. I think Zach, knowing him, he's playing when I was playing, and from hearing about, I don't know him. I never really spent a lot of time with him, but from hearing about how he, takes care of his body, I'm not surprised, because that's the key. It's about longevity. If you've taken care of yourself, it's gonna show. And he's done just that. So I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. I've had a chance to get to know him, but not at a level that I would like to. But he's doing well, and he's still producing, and he's able to go out, and that's another guy that a lot of these guys, tight ends, can come behind and learn from.
Vernon, it's interesting. You always hear guys say that, you got to take care of your body, and you certainly understand why, because this is a violent game. But as you get older, how much more difficult is that to do when you play in the National Football League?
I don't think it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you do is you create that over the tenure, over your tenure. You create it, and what happens is you become consistent at it. And we know what consistency does. Consistency and repetition does a lot of great things for you. So when you do that, I know me, from when I was playing, every year for 14 years, I did the same. I had that same routine, and I went even further when taking care of my body during the off season. I didn't stop. Chiropractic, massage, stretching. I did it religiously, and that's how I was able to go 14 years without having surgery. I never had surgery. Never had surgery my entire career.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's you. Oh, really?
Yeah, I never had surgery. I never got hurt below the waist. I never tore my knee up. I never tore my ankle up. I have no surgery scars. The only thing that I did hurt, Vernon, I cracked my sternum. And if you crack your sternum, you
Can't
just
do
either
nothing
play
about that.
through it. You just got to wait for it to heal. So I too, like you, never had no surgeries. Better than Sean Spring, who had like 93 surgeries.
Wow. See, that's why you're able to play the way you played, at a high level for all those years, and even come out, still move around the way you're moving. I mean, it's a testament to what how you took care of your body, and that's the key, man. A lot of guys don't do it, but those guys who do, you know.
That's former Pro Bowler Vernon Davis, former member of the Redskins.
No. Not a former Pro Bowler. He's a actor now. We gonna
actor.
feet on the
And
ground
actor.
right now.
And he got to witness Sean catching strays.
Yeah.
Sitting right over there. It's Vernon Davis. Vernon, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guy.
Good to hear from Vernon. He looks good.
I always look. He's an actor now.
Yeah.
You know? I ain't gonna get over the fact he choked Morgan Freeman in a movie. You ain't see the movie that Vernon in?
No, what movie?
Vernon has already got credited for 6 movies.
Has he
And
really?
he went to Mississippi to shoot this movie with Morgan Freeman. It's out right now. I forgot what streaming service is on, but he's jumped in head first. Might be a bald head, but head first into this acting.
A lot of former guys. I would have thought that you would win in acting.
Well, Thomas Jones.
Thomas Jones.
Jones is acting.
The young boy from Georgia that played with Champ. He was in Power. Played corner.
Yeah. Who played Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost.
Yep, Ghost played for Georgia.
He played in San Diego for a year.
Yeah.
Amari.
Amari.
Yeah, I forget Amari's name.
You know who we talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Terry. Obviously, Terry played here in Washington. Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we got some representation in Hollywood.
I did a little acting.
No,
in my
you
day.
didn't.
I was
No.
Wesley Snipes. Step.
Now, I'm going to tell you what you
Were
did
you?
act
Yeah,
like.
I did.
You
I
act
did.
like a football player for like 13 years and wasn't really one of them.
Well, next, and so we're going.
This summer, SeatGeek has your ticket to the best live concerts in the DMV area at Northwest Stadium. SeatGeek makes it easy to catch world-conquering tours and high-wattage performances from your favorite artists all summer long. SeatGeek has the best seat, your seat, for an unforgettable summer. From rock royalty to rap superstars, R&B to country. Find it all on SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of Northwest Stadium. Summer concert season is underway with SeatGeek. And now we bring in, here we go, next voicemail.
What we got?
Hey, Fred, Jinx, Anna. This is Jake Chrisley from Southwest Virginia, little
Woodville?
town called Wittsville. Anna, we got your heads up about trying to keep it under 30 seconds, so I'm going to do my best here. My wife and our 15-year-old daughter and our 9-year-old son, we just went for a 6-day cruise to Bermuda. We ported out of Norfolk, Virginia, and while on the cruise, we ran into so many Commanders fans, and it was awesome. But also, while in Bermuda, we ran into Commanders fans as well. And we all enjoyed sitting around, having a few drinks, and talking about Commander stuff. But we always talked about the Get Loud podcast and everything Commander social media. So we just wanted to reach out and let you guys know that all of y'all are being heard in the States and everything, but also all the way out in Bermuda. Thank you, guys. Looking forward to the 2025
Hey, thank you.
season.
Took the whole family to Bermuda on a cruise?
I've been
And
saying-
they were talking about the pod and the Commanders?
Hey, listen.
Thank you.
We the cool kids right now. All right, right now, you know, while Sean Spring was playing for the team, it was a black cloud over the team. You know what I'm saying? Black cloud over the team. Now we are the cool kids, and everybody want to talk about the cool kids.
Yeah.
I can't believe they on a family cruise in Bermuda, and they talking about the Get Loud podcast.
Yeah. They're like, hey, do you guys listen to Michael Jenkins?
Yeah.
No.
I can totally see y'all doing the podcast from the Caribbean somewhere though.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
no.
I can totally see you guys doing.
Well, you know I'm hosting Jink's bachelor party, right? You will be there.
I believe the direct quote was, it's probably not going to be on land.
Yeah. No, all I'm saying is I'm a good time coordinator.
I can totally see y'all doing a show from Bermuda or somewhere like that, bro.
Well, you know, it depends. Our budget ain't quite there yet, but we'll figure it out.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there, man. One step at a time. That's why we need y'all to vote for us for that award, for the podcast, the funniest podcast, sports podcast. Vote for Get Loud.
Podcastawards.com. That's podcastawards.com. All right, before we go, Anna's brainchild here. This is a good one. Rate the take, right? So I'm going to give you a take, and you tell me if it's on the money or an airball.
Hated it.
Speaking of haters, the Commanders roster is too old.
Hated it. First of all, no. The one thing you got on here is you got a wealth of knowledge. You got a wealth of brainchild, and you got older guys in the right spot. Think about it, Von Miller. We want you to come rush on these downs at this time. All right, Bobby Wagner. All right, we're gonna make sure we get bigger guys in front of you to keep you clean. All right, so all the guys that we got with some age on them, they yellow jackets.
Yep.
Like Von Miller yellow jacket. Bobby Wagner yellow jacket.
Yep.
The age guys on this team bring a lot more than just football playing to this team.
I don't like the word old. Let's try using the word more like seasoned.
I'm mature.
Veteran.
Mature, veteran.
Mature.
Professional, mature. That's
Yeah.
a better word. Mature.
So I hated that.
All right. Some fans think Von Miller will not help with the pass rush.
You must guys haven't been watching football.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to help.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
You know, first of all, his respect. He earned that respect
Yeah.
around the league. So when you see him out there run on the field, he can whip anybody in front of him.
Yes.
And you got to know that.
Wait.
And his step, Smoot just told us earlier in the show that he still got the quickest step in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? When you're 36, you might not have all 16 games.
Yeah.
But you got 15 plays a game.
That's
And
right.
guess what? Every quarterback in the NFL, when he walks to that line of scrimmage, they alert. They go 24.
Yeah.
He's an alert item.
Yeah.
All right? 24 is right there. So as long as they still looking for him to find him, he got the respect around the league. Sometimes you don't need the respect of the fans. You just need the respect of your peers.
That's right.
So I don't know. I think I know the answer to this. I don't know what you guys are going to say, but the biggest roster battle will be in what position group?
D-line.
Yeah, there it is. There it
Where's the beef? All right, them guys. Listen, it's so many guys with the same body types, big dudes, and you know we're a rotation team.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's when they always say this about good teams. If you're a good team, at the end of training camp, you're gonna cut some good players.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna be one of those teams that cut some good players, and you watch the players we cut. They won't be on the wire for more than 24 hours. They will be picked up.
I totally agree. It's in D-line. And the reason why that's a good thing is because we talked about we got pushed around last year in the NFC Championship game. So you know what? To make sure that you're really good up front, you're going to go revamp everything, make it super competitive so that you know you make this roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the D-line, we know what we got.
You legit.
You legit.
Hey, we're out of time for the Get Live podcast. You want to geek out real quick? You got anything before we go?
Oh, I always got geek out information. Don't you worry about that. That's the one thing about a daily reader. I read a lot. My kids call me Methusian because I'm always reading in there.
I don't think that's true.
That's two no's.
Y'all terrible dudes. All
He
right,
needs readers.
Let me see what I got. Okay. Now, for the people in the DMV, I know y'all probably heard this, but we just surpassed LA as the worst traffic in America.
Oh, I believe
I
that.
The DMV just surpassed the worst traffic in America, just surpassed LA. The average commute is 33.4 minutes, putting us ahead of LA, and we stink.
I think it will change once, Rod Tyson's 495, everything open up. I think it'll change. I'm hoping to get back. It can't stay this way.
Oh, it's
It cannot
awful.
stay this way.
It's
It's
gotten
bad right
worse
now.
over the past few
Well, I
months.
think it had a lot to do with that Parkway, George
Yeah.
Washington Parkway,
495 right
495, where they fixing it at.
Yeah.
Well, also, a lot of people are having to come back to work now in the city.
Yes, that got a lot to do with it.
So that's it for the Get Loud podcast. Always great to have Sean Long.
Not really.
Professional.
Smooth. I'm James. See you next week.
703-726-7419. 703-726-7419. 703-726-7419.
The views and opinions expressed by our podcast guests and or hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Washington Commanders or any of their representatives.